Welcome to Speak English Now podcast with your host, Georgiana, the podcast that will help you to speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks.
Hi everyone, I'm Georgiana, founder of SpeakEnglishPodcast.com. My mission is to help you to speak English fluently and confidently. In today's episode, I'll be revealing some tricks about how to maintain a positive attitude while learning English. After that, you'll practice your speaking with the new question and answer story. Is it possible to maintain a positive mental attitude? We know it's important, but how can you be more positive, and most importantly, how can you maintain that attitude? It's very difficult just by using your willpower. We all have bad days. You'll need to change your mindset. To do so, you want to change your strategy. Stop watching TV for so long and exercise more. I'm not saying you should run a marathon or something like that, but make sure that you walk every day, even if it's just a little. Spend more time with people who encourage you and inspire you. Find more people who are learning English. There are many ways to do that. However, I'd like to invite you to join my Speak English Now group on Facebook. You'll find thousands of students just like you. It'll be great to meet people with similar interests and make new friends. Go to community.speakenglishpodcast.com and join the group now. One more thing you could do is to read self-help books in English. I'd like to recommend Dale Carnegie's books. Start reading How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. This book will definitely lift up your mood and you'll feel capable of achieving almost anything. Yes, even speaking English fluently. I'm also a huge fan of Tony Robbins. He's incredibly energetic, and every time I listen to any of his shows, I feel empowered. You may want to start reading his bestseller book, Unlimited Power. It will change your life. Tony Robbins is an entrepreneur, best-selling author, philanthropist, and life and business strategist. I'd also like to recommend Tim Ferriss and his recent book, Tools of Titans. For the last 2 years, Tim has interviewed more than 200 world-class performers for his popular podcast, The Tim Ferriss Show. This book contains tools and tactics you won't find anywhere else. We all know that being positive helps us to achieve incredible things. I wanted to share with you some of the tools which worked for me. Finally, without making too much effort and without trying hard, you'll think in a more positive way. All these tools will create a healthier approach towards life and, of course, towards your English learning routine. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Here, I'll use the question and answer technique. This is the perfect lesson if you want to speak English automatically. Let's see how it works. I'll give you some information, a phrase or two. I'll ask simple questions. After each question, there will be some seconds of silence. It's your turn to answer the question. Just try to give an easy and short answer, not a complex one. After you answer, I'll give you a correct answer. This process will continue, and little by little, I'll be telling a story using questions and answers. Okay, let's get started. Katie worked in a big company in Chicago from Monday to Saturday. Did Katie work in a small company? No, she didn't work in a small company. She worked in a big company in Chicago. Was the company big or small? Big, not small. The company that Katie worked for was big. Where did Katie work? Which city? She worked in Chicago. Katie worked in a big company in Chicago. Did she work in China or in the United States? In the United States, not China. Chicago is the third largest city in the United States. She worked from Monday to Saturday. Is that correct? Yes, it's correct. Katie worked from Monday to Saturday. Katie went to work every Saturday, right? No, not every Saturday. She went to work from Monday to Saturday. Every day, Katie went to work from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Did Katie start working at 9 a.m.? No. Katie started working at 6 a.m., not 9 a.m. When did she start to work? At 6 a.m.? Yes, Katie started to work at 6 a.m. Did Katie work a lot or only a little? A lot. She worked a lot. She worked from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. When did she finish work? At 10 p.m.? No, she didn't finish at 10 p.m. Katie finished work at 9 p.m. So Katie worked only 9 hours every day, right? No, that's not right. Katie worked until 9 p.m. every day. She didn't work 9 hours every day. Katie was unhappy because she never had any free time. Was Katie happy? No. Katie wasn't happy at all. She was unhappy. Was she unhappy because she had too much free time? No, she wasn't unhappy because of that. The reason why she was unhappy is because she never had any free time. Who didn't have any free time? Katie or Anne? Katie. She never had any free time. I don't know about Anne. Did Katie ever enjoy any free time? No, Katie never enjoyed any free time. She never had any free time. So Katie was unhappy, right? Yes, she was definitely unhappy. One day, she started reading a self-help book. After reading that book, she immediately quit her job. Did Katie start to listen to the radio one day? No, she didn't start listening to the radio one day. Katie started reading a self-help book. Was it a horror book or a self-help book? A self-help book, not a horror book. She started reading a self-help book, and after that, she immediately quit her job. What did she do after reading the book? Katie quit her job. After reading the book, she immediately quit her job. Did Katie quit her job after reading the book or before? After. She quit her job after reading the self-help book. After quitting, Katie decided to go to Hawaii. There she met Peter and George, two funny penguins. Did Katie quit her job? Yes, she quit her job and then she decided to go to Hawaii. Katie decided to go to Hawaii or to Kansas? Hawaii, not Kansas. She decided to go to Hawaii. Did she meet anyone in Hawaii? Yes, she met two funny penguins, Peter and George. Who did she meet in Hawaii? Her friends from Ohio? Not her friends from Ohio. Katie met Peter and George, two funny penguins. Were Peter and George humans or animals? Animals. They were animals. George and Peter were penguins. After meeting the two funny penguins, Katie decided to start her own business in Hawaii. She became the best surf instructor in the world. Did Katie start her own business in Hawaii? Yes, she started her own business in Hawaii. Where did she start her business? In Hawaii or Texas? In Hawaii. She started her business in Hawaii, not Texas. In Texas, there are no waves. The penguins, Peter and George, were funny, right? Yes, Peter and George were funny. The penguins were funny. Who were funny? The clowns were funny? No, not the clowns. The penguins. They were funny. Katie became the best swimming instructor in Hawaii. Is that right? No, not a swimming instructor. Katie became the best surf instructor in the world. Okay, awesome. It's the end of this short lesson. Can you see how many questions you can answer? It's like talking to another person in English. Now, imagine a whole story told this way. It's incredible how much you can learn using this method. Go to courses.speakenglishpodcast.com and continue practicing your spoken English with stories. See you soon and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com. speakenglishpodcast.com.